What is up, everybody? I hope that you enjoyed the bumpin' music that preceded Colton and I. Man, oh man, am I excited about a good old Tuesday night live stream here in good old Oklahoma, America. Because somebody went down to Texas and showed them who's boss, the one and only Colton Evans. Man, I'm glad. You know what? Let's just be real. Jerry's Game Shop would not be very much without Colton, because Colton's actually good at this game and I'm just good at cameras. so we got we have a good working relationship going here. So
hey, last year LSO,
did.
We were almost there. We were almost there.
Yes, we were both 4-0, top 4, and then freaking Reagan and freaking what's that dude who wins all the other tournaments who beat me? Austin Miller. Yeah, golly, the menaces. And then we had to play each other for the last round, so I got randied. No spoiler alert, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. I tried so hard to go X1, and then I got Colton last round, LSO last year. But that was a different game. It's a different game now. So, man, sure. Also, let's just say you guys all know, you know what happened here. Everybody in the chat knows that you got paired up against an X1 guy for the championship. We love us some X1. And we are collabing with X1 on some videos coming up soon. So make sure that you guys stay tuned and that you're subscribed, not only to us, but also to the X1 podcast, because we have some really cool starter set oriented stuff coming up in the very near future that I'm really excited for. So make sure that you're subbed to both of those. If any of the X1 guys are in chat, please drop a link to the X1 YouTube channel. I think they're also doing a giveaway if you comment on some of their videos when they're trying to get to 500 subs on YouTube. So Colton made it out to LSO. I unfortunately was unable to do it. Although I think my excuse is really lame. My excuse is that my wife is a teacher and went back to work yesterday.
That is a lame excuse.
Because Colton is a teacher and has been back to work and just went anyways. So, so Colton, dude, tell us about the Lone Star Open this year.
Yeah, man. So a date change. So like a lot of like different faces, both not being there and being there. But we also had a new TO, Thomas Strawman,
who is in chat.
Job.
We love you, Thomas.
In chat, even better.
Thomas
I really do. Like, I usually don't talk too much. I'm like, oh, TO did this. Like, you gave up your time. That's super awesome. But he really did a great job. Like,
he really
just
did
going
a doo-doo?
around.
Awkward.
He did it. He did a doo-doo. I definitely did lots of
probably,
doo-doos.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of part of the con experience. So.
But yeah, so he did a fantastic job. Him and his crew. Like all the Texas guys stepped in because I know they only had a couple weeks to plan that with, I believe, a TO change and whatnot. So that was super cool. It was a very good time, and there wasn't a lot of sad, frowning faces or complaints. I had a good time, and I either won or lost because I had good competitive games that were called right and done right, not this terrible thing happened and I got screwed over. So that was super awesome. Lots of positivity this year. Same thing with last year for me. So I love going to LSO. So it's a great tournament. Very Army oriented too. They always do cool stuff for any veterans and stuff like that. Anybody that served in the military or serves in the military. So it's super cool. I know there's a couple guys that are on the military. Forget which team they're on, but they're on a military team together, and there was at least 2 of them playing Legion. So that was super cool. I love to see that, and they get shout outs like that too. So
yeah, that's awesome. And Winter Moon Gaming did it. What made the stream available for all of us sad at our homes. Kevin's also throwing shade at me because he's a teacher and he won the tournament this weekend. So I have no excuse. So I do work at a church, and Sundays are hard to miss for me, but
Man.
also Colton can also throw
Oh yeah, I wonder who else.
yeah, Colton checks both the boxes on my excuses, so he's like, Jared, just shut up and talk about Legion. Oh man, that's funny. Oh man. Well, Colton, you proved to us that Gar is still good. And that bark speeders are good. It's like you played a list on one of our battle report episodes similar to this one prior to Worlds. Talk to us about your list. I believe it or not, I've got it right here for people. There it is. Boom. You guys go to Tabletop Admiral, copy paste, and go win yourselves a tournament right here. This is how that's all it takes. It's just playing the right list, right, Colton?
Nope, ask Aiden.
Ouch.
Yeah, that was Shane.
Ouch. Aiden, if you're watching, we love you. Oh my goodness.
No, he was.
He can handle it.
He's the main person that I get to play right now. So
yeah,
and he obviously only plays Gar. So
yeah,
I think that was kind of my main thing. Is we played on the channel. I saw the barks decrease, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to try these, and I really want to try Cody now that he's cheaper because he was already freaking amazing, and now he's better. And I saw the Worlds list, and I know there was cool play with cheap arcs and ISPs and Frank. I don't want any part of that. So I want to try Obi Cody for the thematic list, and I played it once. Loved both the 2-pips, Obi-Wan's 2-pip and Cody's 2-pip. I was like, man, this is like a really different way to play Legion. Like, I'm super defensive. I'm just going to sit there and get punched in the mouth for a whole round and just say, don't care. I have 16 dodges, Guardian, Force Barrier.
Right.
So, played it once. Didn't have bad batch. Had a super Ahsoka squad. They got one shot. Aiden almost beat me. I was like, man, this list kind of sucks. So, last second list for LSO. The only thing I knew I wanted to play was 3 barks and Cody. I was really enjoying just the turn 1 tack strike, the threat of the list. Really the goal.
Yeah, lots of options.
In like all of my games of the tournament was just like people knew that they could double move and just blast anything off the table. So they would deploy so far back that it lets Obi-Wan and his giant ball of just surging saves, Ahsoka dodge, Force Barrier, Guardian, all of this Gar defensive tech to be like, all right, I'm in the middle of the board turn 2, and I'm going to control this part of the board, whether it's the middle, the side, whatever. You backed up, now you got to come to me.
Yeah.
And so that was usually what happened and worked out pretty well just about every game.
I want to dive into that more here in a second, but I think Kevin asks a good question. What made you choose Obi-Wan and Cody over other Gar options?
Well, I mean, I tried Yoda on channel. Yep. I like I said, I wanted to do Cody and Barks. I was enjoying that. I liked the speed and the ranges, the impact, and just playing Cody a little more. Hadn't really put him on the table too much.
Sure.
I tried it with Anakin. Didn't like it. Too many points. Force push. Anakin got one shot like the first game I played him, so it was like PTSD in my head that it would happen again.
Right.
So I just played Obi, and like I said, the defensive tech was just a lot more fun. It was a lot more unique. I've been playing very Ooga Booga this entire edition. Like I think a lot of people have, which was nice going to LVO and seeing that people have evolved from that. Sure. And a lot of people are a lot more defensive, but I think that's what my army wants. I want you to play defensive. So
so you really start with Cody Barks, and then it's like, and then from there it's like, what can I pack around this to maximize that effect?
Yeah, and I mean honestly, to be blunt with everybody, like I didn't practice this. Like that was the first time I ever played that list was at LSO. I never played that. I was asking the Texas dudes. I was like, hey, what do I play? I tried Cody Obi Bark once. He did. I played the Cody Bark.
I mean, we're talking.
I was like, what do I play?
We're talking like Saturday before LSO. He texted me 8 lists, and he was like, this is in order of my interest in playing these lists. And then he dropped in our Discord. By the way, if you would like to be a part of our Discord, I would invite you to join our YouTube membership or our Patreon. We have a lot more tiers at lower costs on Patreon than YouTube memberships. But You can hop in that way, jump in our Discord, and there's lots of other fun perks there. But Colton also dropped lists in our list discussion thread in the Discord, and it was funny. Thomas had the comment of the year in the Discord and replied to this list and said, "This indeed was a good choice." Turns
It was
out,
literally not the Oklahoma guy. I think maybe Dylan was like, "No, you should do the Bad Batch thing," and then I went in the Texas one, and they were all in the Jerry's Game Shop list build. Yeah, you should try the Bad Batch one. I was like, "Cool, yeah, I
right,
should." So
right,
I played Gar Bad Batch like once in the old edition, but I've played Rebel Bad Batch plenty to know what they do. So it
sure,
wasn't like a, oh my gosh, look at me! I learned how to play something on the fly.
right,
It just happened to work out. And
sure.
looking at the top like 8 lists, you can see that yes, Gar Bad Batch is disgusting. So
Yeah.
go figure.
Yeah. Kevin has another good question, and then I have one more question, follow-up question. Kevin asks, do you think that your list had an edge in games because of all of the defensive tech?
Yeah, I mean that's the list. Like the Barks can just die. I mean, if anyone knew what they were doing, they would kill the 3 Barks as soon as possible because they have no defensive tech. Yes, they're 5 saves on red saves, so I mean they might roll good. But I mean I legit had a Bart get one shot like 4 times throughout the tournament. So
Yeah.
I immediately accepted the fact that they were usually going to die and die often. But if I could keep like one till the end of the game, it would just go score me points and do stuff. So that always seemed to happen just because there's 3 of them, and by the time you're wrapping up taking care of the Barks, there's just too much defense. But
Yeah,
yes,
the
I mean the
defense
list
tech is too much.
that
Too much
is the list. Is you have 7 acts of try to kill me.
sure.
And getting close to pocket helps with that. But I mean, I would play recover the research, and the Barks would spread out, and I would have that blob go to 2 objectives.
Yeah,
And so the defensive tech is the list.
sure.
It's not necessarily offense. Yes, the Barks do a lot of that. That may be the offense of the list, but Gar has enough firepower that if you keep it alive or keep it, the attrition low, you will win the long game.
Yeah. Um, I I wanted to ask what, and I know the first answer. The first answer is close the pocket. But what primary objectives are you trying to get with this list, and why?
Pretty much only close the pocket, if I'm
Yeah.
being honest.
Yeah.
That was my biggest concern with this list going into
Right.
it, is like I have intercept right? Yeah, see? I didn't even know. I have intercept signals in the list in the list. Not like, the whole like time coming up to this, I was like, who am I splitting? And obviously the answer is Bad Batch, but
Sure.
like can't Guardian, can't use the melee 2-pip with Obi-Wan if they're on the other side of the table. So that was something that was concerning me, but I didn't have to play intercept the signals.
Yeah.
I did have to play shifting priorities, so I didn't get the easy straw in every game.
Right.
I had to play recover the research. I had to play bunker assault. Like I did have to play those other objectives.
Yeah.
But yes, close the pocket. Bunker assault's really
You're-
not that bad either, because
Yeah.
Obi-Wan with all of his stuff can just go headbutt a side of the table, or better yet, we can talk about that defensiveness. In my first game, we'll come back to that, but
Yeah.
my first game was a big lesson on how I could win games without
Okay.
necessarily playing the objective, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Cool. Yeah, we'll circle back to that. That you've piqued my interest. Very piqued.
Yeah.
Very cool. If I remember correctly, I think your last 2 games were both close the pocket.
Is that right? Yeah, because the first game of day 3 was the shifting priorities game. That was like every brain cell I had.
Yeah. Were you red or blue player in those games? Do you remember? On 5-6?
I was blue player in all 3 of my day 2 games. I think I was blue player in 5 of my 6 games. I can actually pull that up though real quick.
Do you think people were sleeping on the fact that they shouldn't give you close the pocket?
I was blue player in every single game except Randy's.
Wow.
Oh no, sorry. I was red player in my first game too. But
Uh-huh.
I think that like I think in Randy's game, like legit the flop was, I don't know if it was on stream, but the flop was Randy got advanced intel and I had all of my primaries up. So I was like, I think it was currently on like Recover the Research with his 12 act bike list, and I was like, yeah, we just cannot do that.
Right.
So if I got bunker assault, I was going to feel better. If I got close the pocket, I was going to feel better. If I got intercept the signals, I was going to feel better. And I got close the pocket by flipping last. So I literally gave up Randy going 3 times in a row the first round. But because it was close the pocket, it didn't really mean anything, and he even
Sure.
said that at the beginning.
Yeah.
So
I want to talk.
if I can ever get,
Go ahead.
oh,
Go ahead.
no, no, you're good. But if I can ever get that, it's it's good. But I don't think people are sleeping on it. I think that both times it happened, it was I guess in game 2 of day 2, I think that he might have made me get rid of advanced intel last, but we already had closed the pocket, so I think that's what the situation was. So it wasn't necessarily like they had a good like they were just like, I'm gonna leave close the pocket. Like they know. Everyone day 2 knew that like clone ball.
Yes,
in the
once
middle,
you hit those day 2
good.
matchup, yes, yeah. Because I think that maybe to the inexperienced player who might be watching the show right now or later in the future would see 10 acts, would see 3 speeder bikes, and think, oh, control objectives? I've got this. I have 14 acts. Why are clones so good at close the pocket? And why is this list specifically so good at close the pocket?
So close the pocket's kind of annoying because round 1 you want to move as much as possible. You don't want to shoot. I mean, unless you can, great. That's what the barks are for. Once again, is to keep people back. But I want to move all of my clones. I want to move Obi-Wan 2 speed, 2 moves to the middle. And I think a lot of people focus on those side objectives too much. Like Randy, in Randy's game, he did a great job. He knew he couldn't just come to the middle and beat me. So he went to both sides. He said, this is a point, this is a point, middle's 2 points. Mm-hmm. And in my mind, I'm saying, I'm going to win the middle, and I'm going to fight for one of these 2 sides. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a lot easier to say, I'm going to win the middle point, and then maybe win a side, versus if you're on the other end of that, where you're like, I'm going to win both sides, and then try to get the middle once, or a secondary.
Yeah.
But for clones, it's just, you don't have a lot of units that shoot turn 1, and that's not really how you win games, even though my list is like heavily, if you step up, I'll kill you.
Sure.
It was more the fear of it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if I just double move to the middle for close the pocket, these barks are going to come out and toast me.
Sure.
Cody's going to come out and toast me. Bad Batch 3-pip every single game that I played turn 1.
Yeah.
I just gave up order control. I gave up going last. I don't think I went last a single game I played. And I was just like, if you come too close, I'm going to kill something. Yeah. And that happened in about 3 games where they would try to send something up to get towards the objective, and it's like, yep, you don't have a unit anymore.
Right.
So with clones, Obi-Wan, all that stuff, if someone, takes a pot shot at you, you have the defense to ignore it with Force Barrier and Guardian. Maybe you take a wound or 2. And then the retaliation is, okay, well, here's 5 range 4 attacks, and you're going to lose whatever it was that came up. Yeah. So what most opponents did that I was playing, they would just deploy back. They would deploy far. Yeah. So in close the pocket, it gave me almost 2 rounds to be like, okay, everything's in the middle. Come peel me off.
Yeah. So I want to talk about, you mentioned the fear of what your list could do, of how it could touch you turn 1. Talk about your turn 1 play, because if I remember right, it was we do what we do basically all the time, and you have okay order control because you have you can issue an order with Cody to a bark, and you have improvised in there. But why are you going with we do what we do, which is giving up a little bit of order control, rather than trying to get orders on all of the barks turn 1?
Yeah, so I mean that was the original list idea for all of the Gar lists I played. Is before Bad Batch, every single list, Anakin, Obi-Wan, Yoda, perfect order control turn 1. Get all the barks orders with direct. Anakin's 3-pip turn 1. They get aims and Cody directs to 1. Yoda's 3-pip obviously gives them all an order. Yep. Even when I played Obi-Wan without Bad Batch, I would play his 3-pip, give them all an order. So you're absolutely right. It was more just like, I'm going to take that risk, and there were games where like I would pull the bark first thing, improvised into a core. But I don't think I ever had a game where I necessarily pulled them super early, like back to back. So I probably just got a little lucky, to be blunt, all throughout the tournament. But when it did happen, it's not the end of the world. Just compulse, dodge aim. It's not a big deal. Bad Batch, on the other hand, I mean,
it would be a big deal if you pulled them early. Yeah.
Yeah, and more importantly, I want them to be a threat round one where my opponent can't necessarily step out of their deployment zone.
Yeah.
So, I
Yep.
mean, like they one shot a Black Sun unit one game. They that one game on stream when those snows came up and punked one of my bikes. They legit did like 10 wounds to a super snow squad because he rolled like terrible.
Mm,
So I mean, like they killed hundreds of points
yeah.
throughout the tournament, obviously. But turn one, it was like if you come up, Bad Batch is going to come out last, even if you have something left. They're gonna punk something.
Yeah. So they really serve a dual purpose then in that first round. That it's the threat of if you, it's somewhat of a prevention to your opponent
Yeah.
moving up too far because if they know what Bad Batch does, they don't want that touching them. Or
A
if
lot of
they
people
do,
think of
go ahead.
a lot of people think of it as like a tag strike, and I think of it more as board control.
Yeah.
I own this much of the board, and that threat range of Bad Batch is stupid.
Yeah.
It's
How,
everywhere
how
almost.
many how many of your games do you think Bad Batch shot first turn?
Um, they did not shoot. I can't remember if they shot turn one, game one. Yes, they did. They shot game one, turn one, game two, turn one. Right? Yes, game two, turn one, game three, turn one, game four, turn one, game five, no, game six, no.
Yeah.
So the last two
That's kind of what I
games, no.
expected is the games towards the end probably didn't see a shot as you.
Which, to be fair, round three when I did it, it was like the moment was big, but it was a terrible mistake. I shouldn't have done it.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's just as much of a trap as it is a an opportunity. If you have like a
Yeah.
Commander Vader that's going to burst his speed into your Bad Batch, you should not do it if they're going to get.
It sounds definitely not a specific experience at all whatsoever.
So you have to know when to just eat it and be like, I could go up here and delete this unit, but just keeping Bad Batch available next round to do literally anything almost
Yeah.
is sometimes way more
Yeah.
valuable. But
So
it's just once again the threat. You can't just move stuff up in front of Bad
yeah,
Batch or you're going to lose the unit.
once you get in those upper tier games later in the tournament, players are going to start to players will know what Bad Batch is about to do and not want to seed
Yeah, and I think
that much that many bodies to them that early, which really allows you to set up and get those aggressive double moves and get those aggressive moves with Obi-Wan
yeah.
into position. And
But
so,
the thing is, as well, is I'd almost say that the first four people did it right, and the last two didn't.
oh really?
I
You
almost
think
think,
that
yeah,
you should still just
I
all
think
gas no brakes
I think
into
if
that
you give
list?
up that much board control for one unit, maybe dying turn one, I think that that's what won me a lot of games.
Yeah.
So I think that sometimes people get a little too scared, which I mean they have every right to,
Sure.
but sometimes you just have to know Bad Batch is going to come out here and try to kill something. So I
Sure.
need to put units, hide models behind walls, not let things get one shot.
Yeah.
But I can't not put myself in a position where I can or next turn.
Yeah.
And we'll talk. That's a very important game, but we'll continue on.
Yeah. What was the most number of activations that you ran into in this tournament?
12, I think,
12.
was the highest. I don't think it went past 12 in any of the lists I played
Yeah.
against. I'll keep thinking about it as I
Yeah.
pull up some of their lists, but I'm
Cool.
pretty sure 12. I think I played against 12 about 3 times.
Yeah.
That one's 11. So first droid player I played was in. Makes sense. I played a Shadow Collective player round 2. It was 11. Another droid player round 3, day 1. It was 11. Empire player was 10, but with 4 super squads. And then Adam was 12, and Randy was 12. Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah. So 11 and 12 or 10. Those three.
Yeah. I was
no
wondering,
14 act craziness.
the last thing I'll say about we do what we do. I think that sometimes players get into like oh, I played this card and like let's say that you're using it as a you're trying to use it as a threat rather than actually pull the trigger with Bad Batch.
Sure.
I think that sometimes players get afraid of doing that because they're like, "Oh, I have to take advantage of while I have 4 aims now. But Bad Batch doesn't
They
really
get
need
2 anyways. You don't need
they're
4.
gonna get
It's
2.
just excessive.
Yeah, they're
It's just
gonna get
excessive.
2. And if anything, those speed 3 moves are most ideally spent on positioning them for the rest of the game.
Yes. Correct.
And so, literally, if you could just make them speed 3 and not shoot, that almost seems to be better than saving that card for later. Because if you didn't play that card, unless you gave them Scouting Party and played Take That Clankers, but they're not going to get positioned better than they're not going to get positioned better any other way, because you can't make them go faster. So very cool. Well, why don't you walk us through some of the highlights? We don't have to get into battle reports of all your games, but what were some of the high moments of the tournament for you?
High and lows, or just high?
High and lows. Yeah, lows. Let's hear about them lows.
All right. So first round of the game, first round, I was not locked in at all. I was making so many mistakes. Classic. But I mean, like, legit, like, what was the final score to that game? Because it was 10-9 my first game.
Okay.
And I gotta be honest, if I would have done like 5 things differently, I probably could have won by like 6 or 7 points. And I was just not. I was not doing things correctly. Bad Batch, forgetting to hit the right things, playing bunker assault, and just did not move any of my models up because I was scared because he wasn't moving any of his models up.
Yeah.
Totally went for the greediest play of my life for no reason. Tried to score 2 on a sweep and clear instead of just scoring the 1 guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Just tons of stupid mistakes. So at that point in time, after game 1, I snuck it out and I was like, yeah, I'm just not winning any more games today against some good opponents.
That's it.
I did not have any confidence coming out of round 1. I was like, "Oof, that was rough."
Yeah.
Like, that was I made a lot of mistakes, and my opponent, like, he did a great job, but he put some things up a little too far, and I took him off the table. But
yeah,
I could have lost that game if he took advantage of it. So
right.
Round 2, Shout Collective player. Super fun guy, but that was probably my most, like, just good, we got this. Like, that one was 13-4 at the end, so that one was a good, like, oh, okay, good, this list is still baller and whatnot. It was literally Randy's
confidence booster.
Sons. Yeah, a little confidence booster. And then the round 3, I played a guy that just knew who I was. I was telling Jared, shout out to my boy Tony, who was just like, I was like, hey, hi, my name's Colton. He's like, I know who you are. I flew close to the sun. I was like,
and that is a verbatim. That is a literal quote. Colton told me that, and I was like, wait, he literally said that.
Yeah, flew close.
That's funny.
Flew
close to the sun.
So I thought that was funny, but he was super fun to play too.
Somebody give that man a mic.
Yeah, he had a pretty unique CIS list too, with Saj as his main weapon, and
sure,
Obi-Wan Pip just denied a lot of diving from that, and the Ahsoka squad that game was just eating up a B2 super squad for half the game. So that was good too. That was a good, comfortable game. That was the one that I played Recover too, so it gave me a little more confidence going into that objective.
Sure.
And then we get to day 2, where literally everything is just pain 24/7.
You were the live stream for day 2. Guys,
never,
if you go watch Winter Moon's game, like Winter Moon's live stream, Colton just is day 2. He is on every single match, so you can go check all day 2 games of Colton's.
There's 3 battle reports, you filthy animals. Don't ask for any more.
Thomas said that he asked Tony after his game how it went, and he said, "You paired me against Colton. I lost."
He was cracking me up.
Oh man, that's awesome. I'm so sad I missed this tournament.
Yeah. But
So,
honestly, huge shout out to all my opponents. I love the community building that we've had here at the
yeah,
shop. Every single person I played, I should have started with that. My first round opponent being Larry Light, and my second round opponent being Kenny Turner. They both knew who I was when I introduced myself. They knew that we were from the channel, so that was super cool to see you guys
yeah,
engaging and then be like, "Yeah, I know who you are." So that was really weird for me. And obviously, I'd met some of you before from last year, but I was
yeah.
just like, "What? Oh, why do you know my name? I forgot about this." This is the most important game of the day. It was round 4. This is when all of my brain cells were used at once.
That was
Um,
a game.
I was not once again it's first game of the day, so you got a little rust on you. But I was looking at his list and I did not look at it enough. He was putting stuff on the table. He was putting things back. We got shifting priorities, and I was just like, "Yep, it was a good run while it lasted." It's just this is the end. Like
Yeah,
it was a good 3-0, but it's time to lose a game on stream. And whoa, was it the biggest like just scraping away with whatever I could the whole time. One of my
yeah,
favorite games I've ever played, maybe my favorite win that I've ever pulled out of my butt.
yeah.
But yeah, he did a great job. Uh, sorry, I forget his name, and I can't tell him off his
Round
Discord.
4.
But
Yeah,
yes, so he had an Empire list. He had 4 super squads, 2 were stormtroopers with T-21Bs, and then 2 were Ion Snow super squads, and then he had 3 dewbacks, all with the gun and Commander
yeah.
Vader. And this is the game where I played Bad Batch wrong. And what
Mm,
happened was I was trying to get some early shots, and like we said, the first day, almost every game, at least I was getting range 4 shots with the Barks.
yeah.
And he had Imperial March on both of his snows. And I knew
Mm.
this, and so I figured if I come up here in range 4 and shoot these dewbacks or whatever I was shooting, I can't even
Rick
remember. I think it was
Manship. Rick Manship.
riots with Rickmanship. Thank you, Rick.
Oh wait,
Sean,
Rick Marmolejo.
I think it's Rick. Yep. Okay. Cool. That sounds correct. Um, yeah, Rick. I mean, he was doing a good job.
Rick.
He kept everything back. Didn't let me get up too far. And I
Hmm.
was like, you know what? I'm shooting these riot troopers at range 4 because I can. Killed a couple models, and I knew those snows were going to double move and shoot those barks. What I did not know is that they were also super squads at the time. I don't
Oh,
know why my brain didn't register that, but when
yep.
he put the first unit on the table, I was like, whoops, I'm about to lose this game. And so he came up and he killed a Bart turn 1, and I was like, well, Bad Batch has to go get value because I'm freaking out. And
Yeah.
I just lost one of my 9 activations
Right.
on shifting of all things. I was
Sure.
like, this is awful. So Bad Batch went up, and good God, did they go up? They one-shot a super squad pretty much by themselves. They did
Wow.
9 wounds, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
And yeah, they one-shot a Snow. However, we were playing marked targets, and they were not a marked target. So very
Uh.
unique game. What I messed up on, and I just knew it was going to happen, but I was like, I'm just going to have to deal with it. Vader infiltrate, burst of speed, Bad Batch, turn 1. Like,
Ugh.
yep, yep. So I knew it was coming. Can't remember. I'm almost positive he got in turn 1. I had to move up that far to kill the Snows. It might have been turn 2, but I'm pretty sure it was turn 1. And Bad Batch did not hang around. Like, I'm pretty used to accepting that fate for them sometimes and being like, you hold down Vader for 3 turns, Obi-Wan will Guardian for you, and they just died. And he made a fantastic play turn 2.
Yeah.
Thomas did a great job. I didn't know this. I thought you couldn't Guardian until you were panicked. When you're suppressed, you can't Guardian. He played Vader's 3-pip turn 2.
Yeah.
So my entire army had 3 suppression, all in the middle. I was like, yeah, this is game. I mean,
Yeah.
dude has outplayed me. I can't Guardian. Bad Batch is getting punked.
Yeah.
And he was going for the throat. And pretty much the only way I won that game is I was just running away. Ahsoka, last second, double moved, score me a point. Arcs, troopers, went out, didn't shoot, triple move, did weird stuff like that, scored me points.
Yeah.
Turn 2, I scored 3-0.
Yeah.
I put a ordnance token on his home thing, and he didn't go score it. He was scared of dying, and I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I think that, looking back on it, I
Might
kind of
have
forgot
been
he
the
did that. I was
game.
like, dude, that was the game. Not turn 2 going to score that. I was like,
Yeah.
golly, that would have changed everything. But
Yeah.
I mean, by the whatever you want to call it, my
Yeah.
guys were dying. My saves were not on point, but I essentially moved the shifting priorities in weird ways, and like you guys can go watch on stream, but the ending to that is awesome. I won't even spoil it, but it was just like a crazy last second play that I was kind of prepping for like 3 turns to pull off and mark targets. Things had to die perfectly and at the right time. Obi-Wan one shot a mark target with just enough dice.
Wow.
I got lucky, plain
Yeah.
and simple.
Yeah.
That game was crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
definitely go watch game one of day two.
That one, I was so stressed because I was doing my normal Sunday morning things. We have 3 services on Sunday morning, and so I was just like hopping in between responsibilities, and I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, she's cooked! Oh my gosh, she's in it! Oh my gosh, she's cooked again! What is happening?"
Hey, all I gotta say, MVP of the tournament. You heard Bad Batch 13 times. Forget Bad Batch. Put my boy Cody on the MVP spot. Put him on the trophy.
Yeah.
My dog did not die once. I don't even know if he could wound the whole tournament, and he scored me like 10 points.
I think he did in that game, didn't he? I think he had like 1 game or something like that. So
probably took a wound, but we won't hold it against
right. So walk us through as we're kind of wrapping this up. Walk us through your command card play throughout most of the games. Obviously, you started with we do what we do, and I think you start with turn to Cody 2. Is that right? Is that what you were doing most of the time? Or is it pretty situational for you?
Yeah. So honestly, huge shout out to new upgrade Trusted Agent. Very important. Like seize the initiative, Trusted Agent, very important. I popped seize the initiative turn 1 4 games on Cody. Just to have an aim out and be like, if you move up once again, I will shoot you off the table. Don't do it. But
I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah,
I
and then
literally just saw that you had seize on him.
Yeah, I have seize on Cody and I have Trusted Agent. So the order control in this list is a little funky and it's a one-time thing, but it's really good.
Yeah.
So usually turn 2, like you said, it will be Cody and Obi-Wan getting the Cody 2 pip. But like that day 2, game 1, when I was getting punked by Vader, it was Obi-Wan 2 pip to get dodges up, keep things safe, everything like that.
That was a big play too, that turn.
Yeah, which I mean, it didn't work because I was suppressed, so it meant nothing.
Yeah, right.
But it was a thought at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cody 2 pip, and essentially all that does is for a turn, I can take wounds, but the wounds I do back are massive.
Yes.
Game 2, when I played against, I'm trying to remember. When I played against Adam, game 2, there was this crazy moment that I played the Cody 2 pip, and he kind of went last with this do-bag. He wanted to, I believe it was Flamer, maybe, a squad, and so he double moves onto the close the pocket middle point. He wants to try to kill something so he can win it, and Obi-Wan, Force Barrier, Guardian, takes a wound, deflects it, does a wound to the do-bag. Cody gets a free shot because Obi-Wan took a wound as well. It was 4 hits, or sorry, it was like 2 crits, reroll with an observation to make a 3rd crit, impact 1, 4 go through on the do-bag, he blanks all 4.
Ugh.
And then Bad Batch goes last, throws a knife at it, kills it. I didn't shoot at that do-bag ever, it just died. That is the defensive prowess of the Cody 2 pip. It's so bad that you just don't want to shoot into things. Because Cody may just be sitting there on a silver platter, but with backup, barrier, guardian, almost nobody shot at Cody. It was just, I have to shoot the barks this turn, and that was perfect. Because it just kept all 7 of my beefy things just insanely healthy going into round usually 3.
Yeah.
And even though it's 7 acts, it's 7 acts of clones. So enjoy.
Yeah.
And then sometimes the Obi-Wan 2 pip, I legit think the only other game I did that was the Asajj game. She dove in like first thing turn 2, and I saw it coming. So she dove into Bad Batch and they took 0 wounds because Obi-Wan was like, here's Guardian 3, and Bad Batch, blocked like 2, dodged 1. So it's just a big fat middle finger to anyone that's going to dive you turn 2.
Sure.
And then and if they don't look like they're going to dive and they look like they're going to move up and approach the objective and shoot you, play the Cody 2 pip. So you have 2 insanely good 2 pips that are both super defensive. One is more for ranged with Cody. One is for the melee dive bomb with Obi-Wan.
Yes. Yep. Man, what a combo. Sleestack says that was the nuttiest activation of 2025.
I was like, what just happened?
Yeah.
And then Bad Batch did the 360 no scope to finish him off, and I was like, I was like, I'm back into the game. Awesome.
Oh man, you have immortalized the 360 no scope in the Legion community. By the way, it seems to be taking the internet by storm. That's fun. So so typically what are you playing late game? Typically turns 4, turn 5. What are you looking at most of the time?
That's kind of where the list, like, I don't want to say falls apart, but like, it's just like it's whatever, whatever's alive. Sometimes Obi-Wan never got to play as one pip because he's just dead. I never played Obi-Wan's 3-pip the entire tournament. Like, he never made it to play the 3-pip. Oh no, that's not true. He played it in that one game I almost lost. But besides that one game, like, didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So it was usually Cody 2-pip into Obi-Wan 2-pip, and it was just two rounds of you're not killing anything, and that's why the list was so good. Is it was where it needed to be to score, and then it was so tough to kill that. Like, I know, like, I think a lot of people on stream and people were talking about, like, me and Randy's game. They're like, oh my gosh, he's gonna get wrecked. You know, all those bikes are closing in on him from all angles. I'm like, this is perfect. Like, all of my stuff's close together. Good luck. Like, you can swoop or overrun me, shoot me 13 times.
Yeah.
There's
literally
so
right on
much
cue.
tech.
Matthew says, I honestly didn't think you were going to win the last game. The bust and swoops were giving you problems.
Yeah, I mean, like, that was one of those games, like, early on, like, like, things were dying with the barks. I think my first bark
I think
rolled
you
like
picked up,
4
yeah.
blanks. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, crap! I needed that bark to hold that side turn 2 to give me a chance. But like I said, if they're shooting barks and the infantry moves up and it's in the middle, it's just I haven't found anything yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I haven't found anything yet that has enough firepower to be like, I'm gonna kill enough before you kill enough.
Because you're at minimum tying the primary, and so all you have to do is be slightly better than your opponent on the secondary, or just prevent their 2 points to 1.
So 2 pips
for 1
usually
turn.
back to back.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan 1 pip if he's alive, usually next, because there's usually enough stuff around him that he's
By
like,
that point,
cool, I have 6 more dodges and an aim and a standby, so I can move wherever I want. So that gets annoying. And then Cody 1 pip is extremely underrated, but like, it's whatever sometimes towards that point in the game where there's just not enough going on to be like,
if you lose your barks and you need to kill a vehicle or something.
Sure. It's just observing twice as cool, and Cody gets an order and an aim, so that's not bad at all. And it's still a 1 pip, so go figure.
Yep. That's awesome. Well, kind of walk us through. All weekend we were joking with the breakdown. I initially asked, I was like, are they playing 5 rounds or 6 rounds? Because after round 5, you were the only 5-0, but they made you play round 6, and not just any round 6. They wanted to see the Oklahomies podcast battle to the death.
Friendly fire.
Yes. Yeah, and Colton has this effect on other Oklahomies where he doesn't let them win. and Randy has yet to beat you.
I will let it be known. He would never tell anyone this. He absolutely beat me on a TTS game. His bus rolled like 16 for 16, and I was like, I hate buses, so it's Randy's fault that I brought all that impact for his buses. But yeah, Randy has absolutely beat me. TTS, he was hacking, I swear.
Yeah, he was hacking. That's hilarious. Thomas says, I loved your didn't think I'd see this on stream in Texas message. Yeah, I thought that we would. I knew that the day was coming. I just didn't foresee it being on the 3rd channel in Texas. But anyways, walk us through the last game where you kind of sealed it up, and then you got to show us the hardware. Also, chat, Travis is demanding that you take your headset off and show us the 360 no scope right now. So.
I don't know.
He doesn't have room for activities right now, guys. Come on.
All right, I'm not getting up. I'm standing up.
There. Uh-oh, here it comes. Here it comes. We give the people what they want here at Jerry's Game Shop. There it is. You saw it here
You know,
first.
you go this,
Right.
you go
Yes.
underhand. If you
Yeah,
go
well,
overhand, it
it doesn't work.
no, doesn't
Not in
work.
Texas, that's
Like,
for sure. Um,
nope.
so, anyways, um, yeah. So, walk us through a little bit of your last game that sealed the deal, and we'll get out of here.
Yeah. So honestly, I'm like freaking exhausted. Playing on stream 3 times in a row, like that's just I was like, mercy, please.
We're pooped
Please
after
have mercy
filming
on
one
me.
game on a Saturday morning over here.
Oh no, I was I mean it was but it was fun. Like it wasn't like a bad like exhaustion. It was just like after, the first game of day 2, like took everything I had to pull it out. The next game was by no means easy at all. It's pretty much the same list all over again too. And then Randy's list, I mean, it's just really freaking good. And it's
Mhm.
also like kind of good into what I have. Like people were talking about, like I can't Guardian overruns because they're freaking overruns, and he just has so much speed and mobility. And once my barks are gone, I most certainly do not have that. So close the pocket was essential. Um, that was really good. Like I said, I literally gave up advanced intel. That's how much I cared that I got a good primary objective. Um, Really, the main thing was the defensive tech of the list was just able to hold down as the swoops came in. And what the swoops don't have in defense, they surely have in offense. But when there's a phase one with an aim and shotgun into you, you usually lose, most of your bikes, if not every model. So once those things closed in on me, it was just, all right, I'm killing this, and now I'm going to kill this, and now I'm going to kill this, and now I'm going to kill this.
Yeah.
Maul was kind of in an awkward spot, but where he needed to be. That's kind of a bad thing about Maul is like he was on the side objective scoring Randy points like he was supposed to, but after he had dived in, Obi-Wan did Guardian, did take away from his murder spree. He got punched, and then Ahsoka punched him. And yeah, sure, Ahsoka took some wounds from bikes, but I killed 80-point Maul
Mm-hmm.
while Obi-Wan was keeping everything else alive, and he rolled like crap, honestly.
Yeah.
And he still had amazing value, even with rolling terrible. Like I
Come
legit
on,
had a
Randy,
roll
roll
where I
better.
rolled for 3 on a ranged attack or something. It was on the 2-pip turn, so I used a dodge to re-roll it, and I instead of blocking 1, I got greedy because I wanted to re-roll it and not take
Sure.
2 wounds. I took 3 wounds. So I was like, I was like, why is this happening? And so Obi-Wan was, even with all that, he was still doing enough that while Randy was slowly like losing all of his models, mine were hanging on.
Yeah.
All the dodges, all the surges, like even if Obi-Wan's not doing his stuff, guys, there's still 5 surges and a dodge just floating around to be shared. Like you got
Sure.
Mandalorians in a bundle.
Sure.
So it was good. So I mean, as soon as I got to the middle, I was like, I just can't ever let him score the middle.
Yeah.
And then my entire game plan was to just tie Randy the rest of the game, and Bad Batch last turn, just if he ever let me go last, was to go kill his capo and score that secondary.
Yeah.
Which I did do it at the end of the game, but I'd already won at that point. But that was
Yeah.
my only thought in my head was, don't let Bad Batch get tied up. Jump scare him with a double move from Bad Batch to go kill his capo and just score 2 points.
Yeah.
But like I said, really it was just the same old, same old. Sometimes it sounds boring listening to why a good list won, but it's the repetition of the list that makes it good.
Sure.
I'm going to be defensive. I'm going to take your massive hit from your swoops, maul, pikes, everything like that, so on and so forth. But
Yeah.
because he was split up on both sides, he couldn't consolidate all of his firepower. He had a full pike squad scoring a side objective. He had Maul scoring a side objective. It let me
Yeah.
kill one, then the other. So
Yeah.
that was a big deal. Oh, also, Randy, please don't ever forget about raiding party leader again. That was
Oh, no.
honestly one of the bigger things. He forgot it the whole game until the very end, and that was
Oh, no.
that felt bad for
That
sure.
does feel bad.
I don't know if it would have like cost him the game per se, but
Yeah. I wonder if people.
it absolutely could have an effect.
I wonder if people probably shot that bus first in his games, and I bet that he probably lost it fairly early. And if he was losing buses, I think that's probably the one that you shoot in that list. Slee Stack asks, was suppression a concern for you late game? Because he said he was concerned. Clearly not in the game with Randy because he forgot the raiding party leader.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he started using it after round 3, I think, but
Okay.
like we said, there was like
At that point.
two swoops. Yeah. I mean, honestly, the best thing the swoops were doing was using that stupid spotter uplink, and all of my light
Yeah.
covers and
I'm
heavy covers
interested to
like
hear
didn't
how.
exist. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, this actually
Yeah.
kind of sucks sometimes.
Yeah. Yep. That does
So
sound
that
very
was
interesting.
if you want to play another cool list, Randy's list is one that I think if Randy reps a little more, he
Yeah.
will definitely
Take it to the top.
replace me in that spot. So
Yeah.
that's a very strong list in the right hands, but it is definitely big brain to play. It is
Yeah.
not easy to pilot that list.
Yeah.
So yeah, suppression wise, Obi-Wan's courage 3, it's Gar, everything's courage 2. Suppression,
Yeah.
I mean I faced 3 suppression lists, and it's not as big of a deal as you think it is. Once you're in the middle and you've done your movement to get there, you're okay with just one action because
Yeah.
you're just trying to hang on. So
Sure.
just make sure Obi-Wan doesn't have 3 suppression, and you're good. Learn
Yes.
that.
Reagan said, "Congrats, Colton. Fun to watch all weekend. Thanks for watching,
Yes.
Reagan. Appreciate you, big dog.
Awesome Texas guys. Love
Yep.
y'all to death.
Yep. Literally to death because we want to kill you in Star Wars Legion. So." Boomer, baby. Let's go. Okay.
Oh my.
Well, guys, hey, listen, thank you so much for watching. And I'm going to quickly just plug our Discord and Patreon stuff real quick. But before I say all of that, know that we're thankful that you're just here watching this stuff. And we're going to keep pumping out a free video every single week. And we don't want to do nothing but exclusive stuff, but that exists if you guys wish to support us in that way. We put in a lot of work and time and effort into putting this content out. And so if you would like to support us in that way, you can head over to Patreon, and you can head over to YouTube memberships. And you can support us in that way, get Discord access, other fun things based on the tier. Reagan is saying for me to come down and fight them. I want to. I definitely want to.
He's not talking about Legion anymore.
Yeah, not Legion. Legion would be fun too after we're done. Oh yeah, show off the hardware.
All right, cool stuff. They gave out lots of good prizes. I almost
That's
forgot.
a super cool trophy.
This is the Lone Star trophy. This is the actual, I think, AMG official GT champion thing. It's a little thing of Luke, so super
That's really cool.
These are really cool trophies. You may have seen them before. You definitely should know.
Hey, where'd you get that one?
We do not know where that came from.
I touched that one.
This is a really cool trophy.
That's super cool.
I also got acrylic scoring tracker.
Oh, cool.
Silhouettes, which, thank God. Some token. And Frontline Gaming gave $100, so great prize support. It was
That's
also
awesome.
really good for everybody that didn't win the GT. They had awesome prize support. They gave out raffles of pre-releases for like Star Wars Unlimited. There was like 10 Legion boxes, a whole starter set or something like that. So really good stuff. So.
And we said it already. We're gonna say it again. Thank you, Thomas, to running a great tournament. Thomas is a staple of the DFW Legion community, and love getting to sling some dice with him. We split our games 1-1, and so we'll have to settle the odds sometime soon for sure.
You can pick my list anytime.
One quick question before we go. Matthew Hensel asked, "What is your favorite faction to play?" In 3, 2, 1, Gar.
No, you can't do 3, 2, 1. I hate that question so much.
Come on, you know it's Gar. Rex is your boy.
Gar is my favorite thematic faction, but I hate playing Gar because the way the game makes you split your army makes me hate playing Gar because it feels like it should all.
Hence why he's like, please close the pocket. Close the pocket.
I close the pocket. I'll play Gar any day of the week.
Don't let clones play close the pocket, you guys. If you don't learn anything from this cast, don't give them close the pocket.
Don't do
Let them keep advanced intel. Don't give them close the pocket.
Yeah, my favorite faction to play is actually Rebels. Don't tell anybody.
Rebels? What? Okay. Guys, if you enjoyed this show, we do a show just like this once a month for our Patreons. That's what I was eventually going to get to with the Patreon plug. We do these shows monthly and make those available for you to join live or to watch after the fact and interact with after the fact. Guys, that's all we got for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. And in the meantime, Nerf barks and
Bad batch, bad batch, bad batch.
Yeah.
Bad batch, bad
Yeah.
batch, bad batch,
Yeah.
bad batch.
Yeah. See you guys later.
Bye.